All right, so this is a lesson on my favorite Christmas tune, the Christmas song, also known as Chestnuts Roasting on an Open Fire. And I'm doing the Nat King Cole version in the key he did it in, D flat. Don't let it scare you. If you can play, bar chords, movable chords, it doesn't matter what key you're playing it in. So anyway, let me just play the first section. And this is also with the intro that you hear the strings. So it starts. Okay, that's the intro. And what's happening there, this is a G major 7, just sliding down a half step. Okay. To F sharp major 7, so, and that's just second string 10th fret, and then second string 11th fret, so, and then first string 13th fret, 11th fret, 9th fret, so that much. And then second string, the 11th and 10th fret. Probably easier for you to just listen to it and do it by ear, but anyway. Okay, now, third string. That's just 8, 10, and 11th fret. So, and then that is the 10th fret. Let me just play this. And then that goes to the 12th fret on the 5th string. So that whole thing. 10th fret, 2nd string, 12th fret, 5th string. Then slide down, a half step on the 2nd string, slide down a half step to the 9th fret. And this is an A flat 6. This is used throughout the song. You need to know this chord form. So it's like a C shape, but also on the 3rd string you're going to have a note on the 10th fret. So think of it like an A minor shape is even easier, and then just add the root. And then that's going to slide down 2 frets to a G flat 6. So. And I just picked those chords from starting on the 2nd string and going 2nd, 3, 4, 5. One more time. Pick. Now the same chord shape, D flat 6 at the 4th fret. So now this is the beginning of the vocal, and he's excuse me. Okay, that much is that D6, chestnuts roasting on an open fire. So that's D6, then 6th fret, E flat minor 7. If you're playing a song as advanced as this, I'm assuming you know this chord shape. E flat, minor 7, and then just play the bass notes going E to F minor 7, D6, E flat minor 7, and then G flat major 7, Then, so after the G flat major 7, you're going to go F minor 7, E flat minor 7, D flat major 7. So the D flat 6 and the D flat major 7, very similar chords, are pretty much interchangeable. I just chose to use them where I use them, most of from the high note, like the first one, D flat 6, that's the beginning note you sing on, well, or close to. Chestnuts, chestnuts, chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Okay, D flat major 7. Jack Frost nipping at your nose. So that was D flat major 7, Jack Frost, E flat minor 7, nipping, and then F 7 sharp 9. Everybody knows it as the Hendrix chord. And then B flat minor 7. So Jack Frost nipping at your nose. And if you hear, I'm just Jack Frost, these 3 chords, I'm just one strum down. Nipping at your nose. Well, 2 chords, and then the B flat minor 7. Then that goes to B9 at the 2nd fret. Jack Frost nipping at your nose. All right, let's do that much again. So, G major 7, G flat major 7, then this riff. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Jack Frost nipping at your nose. Yuletide carols being sung by a choir. Folks dressed up like Eskimos. Everybody knows. Okay. Isn't that beautiful? I love this tune. So we left off, let's see, on that B9 at the 2nd fret. Then D flat 6, like we started the song with. Yuletide, let's see, what is it? Oh yeah, Yuletide, that's D flat 6, and then B7. 2nd fret, you know, it's the A7 shape, but moved up 2 frets with a bar across the 2nd fret. And when you play this, try not to play the 1st string, because the melody is Yuletide carols is on the 2nd string. Yuletide carols begin. Then the D flat major 7, D flat major 7. So you're just playing. Don't play the 1st string on any of these 3 chords. Just the up to the 2nd string. Yuletide carols being sung by a choir. That's a G minor 7 at the 3rd fret. Just, you know, bar across, and don't play the 5th string. 5th string's muted. Okay, Yuletide B7, D flat major 7, G minor 7, and this is an F sharp dominant 7. I like to play it like this. You could play it like this. For me, it's too much. It's harder to get to. If you don't know this form, you should learn it, and I'll spell it out for you. 6th string, 2nd fret. The 5th string gets muted by that 1st finger. Then a 2nd fret, 4th string. Then the 3rd string, 3rd fret with your pinky. And then the 2nd string, 2nd fret with your 3rd finger. you don't know this form, you want to get it in your repertoire. It's a great way to play dominant 7. So from the G minor 7, then to an F major 7. There's another one you need. It's like an A minor shape, and then your first finger on the F, on the 6th string, 1st fret. The 5th string gets muted again by your first finger. You can play the first string if you want to, but you don't have to. That's the major 7th though. Okay, let's get into that again. Yuletide carols being sung by the choir and F major 7. Folks dressed up like Eskimos. So that's after the F major 7. Folks dressed up like Eskimos. Okay, you can just play F sharp minor 7 here, which is the same as that G minor 7 we just played, but just down a fret on the 2nd. I think it really is a B over F sharp, so if you want to, you can add, or you could call this an F sharp minor 6. So, but it's a really minor detail. If you want to know what an F sharp minor 6 looks like, it's just like the F minor 7 at the 2nd fret, but on the 4th string, you're going to move that down a half step. So it's kind of like, well, what it is like the B9 at the 2nd fret, but then just take your 2nd finger and put it on the 6th string at the 2nd fret. Honestly, I don't think I do it usually. I just play the F sharp minor 7. So, let's see. Yuletide carols being sung by a choir and folks dressed up. You know what? After all that, I like the F sharp minor 7 sound better. Without that, you decide. So, folks dressed up like Eskimos. After the F sharp minor 7, at the 2nd fret, we're going to go to that B9 at the 2nd fret, and then hit that low E string and play E major 7 at the 7th fret. So to me, what's important there is the bass line. F sharp minor 7, B9 with the the root at the 2nd fret, 5th string. And then that low E, so that sounds like Yuletide is getting sung by the choir and folks dressed up like Eskimos. You hear that bass line? I slide in to the B9. You don't have to. You know, it's just the way that I do it naturally. And then after that E major 7 at the 7th fret, everybody knows. You're going to play after the E major 7, E flat minor 7, which we did earlier, everybody. And then I like to play just the 5th, 4th, and 3rd string. It's a D7. You know, you don't want to make it a full D7 with that 2nd string. It doesn't sound good at all. It probably is an altered D7. Yeah. So anyway, don't worry about that altered business. Just play 5th string, 5th fret, 4th string, 4th fret, 3rd string, 5th fret. Just a 3-string chord. Or, alternatively, you could just play A flat dominant 7, that same form I showed you earlier at the 4th fret, instead of the D7. They substitute for each other. I just like the sound of that D7. So either the D7 or A flat dominant 7. So let's play Yuletide carols being sung by a choir and folks dressed up like a... No, that's not right. I apologize. Do it again. Yuletide carols being sung by a choir and folks dressed up like Eskimos. Everybody knows. And, you know, I don't want to go into every little strumming thing. Try to, you know, you got to put the work in. And it's good for you to put the work in. That's how you get it under your fingers. But I will bring to your attention, you know, some of the chords you just hit once. So at the end of that run, you'll hear me hit those chords once. So take a listen. Let's see. Yuletide carols being sung by a choir. 1-1. Folks, the bass drop like Eskimo. Now here, everybody, just boom, boom, everybody. Okay, now we're back to the verse. We've already done this, so I'll go through. Everybody knows a turkey and some mistletoe help to make the season bright. So we've had all this. Tiny tots with their eyes all aglow will find it hard to sleep tonight. Oh, it's such a great line. So it's a little different than the ending we just played. After the G minor 7, we have that G minor 7 up 3rd fret. We have the F sharp dominant 7, just like before at the 2nd fret. Now instead of F major 7, we're going to play F minor 7. Same form that you just played at the 3rd fret. Then hit that, let that open E ring out while you play E major 7 at the 7th fret. Then E flat minor 7. And then that same D7, just 3-string D7 at the 5th fret. And ending on D flat 6 that we started the tune with. So really the only difference there is instead of F major 7, you're playing F minor 7. So let's do that one more time. Tiny tots with their eyes all aglow will F minor find it hard to sleep tonight. Now on, they know that Santa's on his way. This is kind of like a little pokey cowboy sound in my ears anyway. So after I know that this is A flat minor 7 at the 4th fret, same form we've used at the other positions. And what I'm doing is I'm plucking the bass note on the 6th string, and then I pluck what really is a bass note on the 4th string, 4th fret, and then strum the rest of the strings, and then I pluck that 4th string, 4th fret again. Boom, boom. So you get that chunk, chunk, okay. And then we're going to play a D flat 9 at the 4th fret. You're on the same fret, and you same pattern except from using the 5th and 4th string. So pluck 5, the 5th string, pluck the 4th string, strum the rest, pluck the 4th string again. So, and now F sharp, just an F sharp triad, no 7th. You get that. And what that is 6th string, then pluck the 4th, this is but F sharp major at the 2nd fret, just a regular, you know, F form, full bar chord. So, pluck the 6th string, 2nd fret, and then pluck the 4th string, 4th fret, and then strum the top 3 strings. Boom. Play that 4th string, 4th fret again. Boom, boom. And now, let me think about this a second. Boom. That's it. So, starting that again, 6th string, pluck the 4th string, 4th fret, play the top 3 strings, pluck that 4th string, 4th fret. Now instead of playing the 6th string, you play the 5th string. And then everything else is the same after. So you're just alternating between the 6th and 5th string, and then the top part stays the same. That's the sound. So let's start that again. What are the words? Oops. So it does that twice. I've forgotten what the words. Let me lead into that. Let's see. And every will find it hard to sleep tonight. They know that Santa's on his way. He's loaded lots of toys and goodies on his sleigh. Okay. And every mother's child is gonna spy to see if reindeer really know how to fly. Okay, so the end of that, we're gonna go. This is we've done already. His way. He's loaded lots of toys and goodies on his sleigh. Now, same fret, but F sharp minor. Just bar across the fret. We've done this a couple times now. Mother's child, and then a B9. We've done this also, 2nd fret. Every mother's child is gonna spy. Hit that low open E string and play the E major 7 at the 7th fret. We've also done that a few times. To see here, let's see here. Mother's child is gonna spy to see if reindeer. This is a B flat minor, 11. Pretty chord. This is 6th string, 6th fret. Mute the 5th string with your 1st finger, just like most of these chords we do like this. So muted 5th string, then 4th string, 6th fret, 3rd string, 6th fret, and then the 2nd string is 4th fret, the 11. I like that chord. All right. See if reindeer, and then just an E flat 7, or E flat 7 at the 6th fret. Well, root is at the 6th fret. You know, this is a C shape, and then like a C7 down here, but up here at the 6th fret. And then A flat 7, A flat dominant 7. This same shape I showed you earlier, this dominant 7 shape. And let's see. And every mother's child is gonna spy to see if reindeer really know how to fly. When I get to this A flat dominant 7, I'm usually just pick it. Just going up and back down. If I have enough time, I'll play that A flat again. So let's see. Let's play that bit. loaded lots of toys and goodies on his sleigh. And every mother's child is gonna spy to see if reindeer really know how to fly. So I just picked it up and down. I don't even know if it's worth mentioning this, but another thing you could do on that E major 7, well, now I started, I'll put it in. Let's see. Mother's child is gonna spy, see if rain. Instead of just playing the E major 7 at the 7th fret, you could play E6, this form, to E6. Instead of just that. Instead of this, you would play those two. And that would sound like this. Mother's child is gonna spy to see if reindeer really know how to fly. I don't know. I just play the E major 7. And so I'm offering this simple phrase to kids from 1 to 92. All that's the same as the beginning. Although this is the same, it's been said many times, many ways. Merry Christmas to you. Okay, so all that ending is the same as we just went over, the ending that led to the cowboy part. So let's just review it though. So from to kids from kids from 1 to 92, all that is the same. Although, this is really what I wanted to start. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry, that's that F minor Christmas, E major 7 with that low E ringing out, to E flat minor 7, this is all the same. You do, wait a minute. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas to. Okay, so that was E major 7, E flat minor 7, that D7 I talked about, it's just 3-string D7, to, and now we're going to play a little Jingle Bells quote. So you play D flat major 7 and just up to the 2nd string, and those are the notes. Jingle bell, just pick them out. Jingle bells, and then 1st string is 4th fret, jingle, and then 6th fret, 3rd string, 4th fret, 2nd string, and then you could just finish it right there on that D flat major 7. That's fine. I like to go down to this form. It's just a little more lush. It's got one extra note in it. It's, I mean, probably I'm the, probably the player is the only one that would ever notice it. And if you don't know this form, I'll just spell it out for you. 5th string, 4th fret. 4th string, 3rd fret. 3rd string, 1st fret. A 2nd string, 1st fret, and 1st string, 1st fret. You could think of it as an F minor at the 1st fret there, and then add that low bass note, D flat. Alright, so now I'll play the whole thing, hopefully without a mistake. We'll see how it goes. Some turkey and mistletoe help to make the spirits bright. Tiny tots with their eyes all aglow will find it hard to sleep tonight. They know that Santa's on his way. He's loaded lots of toys and goodies on his sleigh. And every mother's child is gonna spy to see if reindeer really know how to fly. And so I'm offering this simple phrase to kids from 1 to 92. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas to you. Okay, and as I'm sure you notice at the end there's a rubato. You know, it's just a slowing down of the tempo. Merry Christmas. Not in any real count. It's just you feel that. Well, hope you enjoyed that. I love that song. Like I said, my famous Christmas carol. I wish you all a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Holidays.